What's good, YouTube, and welcome to another KaibaHacksDartz Yu-Gi-Oh video. Today, we're here with another deck list, deck profile, deck update, whatever you like to call them. And this is a bit of a weird deck. This is our Union Pairs deck for March 2025. Union Pairs is what I call it, because it is kind of a large spread of some of the older Union sauce. And we'll kind of run through it and show you what I mean as we go. But I think this kind of covers a large spread of the Union stuff. And then we can kind of maybe in the future go into decks revolving around each of these pairs, or possibly combining them slightly. But what we have first is the Burning Beast, Freezing Beast combo. Now we have 3 of each. And we'll just kind of focus on one, because they do the exact same thing. They do. You know, and they are once per turn during your main phase. If you control this monster on the field, you can equip it to your Freezing Beast as an equip spell card. And the other one does that, but for Burning Beast. Or change it back to a monster in face-up attack position. And when equipped to a monster by this card's effect, each time that monster inflicts battle damage to your opponent, destroy one face-up spell or trap card on the field. One monster can only be equipped with one Union monster at a time. And, you know, he is basically the same sauce as the Freezing Beast, like I was saying. You know, very similar, of course, with the stuff, except his is face down. So, you know, there could be potential for both. Which one is more useful? You know, it's kind of depending, I guess, what deck you're facing. But it is what it is. Next, for, like I said, the pairs, we have the Metallizing Parasites Soul-Tite, as well as the Parasite, Metallizing Parasite Lunatite. I said lunatic. I'm a lunatic for running this deck. But very similar stuff. Another Union pair. And it is once per turn. You can either target one face-up monster you control and equip this card to that target, or unequip this card and special summon it in face-up attack position. Well equipped by this effect, the equipped monster cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's monster's effects, and a monster can only be equipped with one Union. So we're running 3 of him, as well as the Lunatite. Same stuff with the, if you control this monster on the field, you can equip it to a face-up monster, and, or, you know, put it back to attack position. But when equipped to a monster by this card's effect, that monster will not be affected by the effects of spell cards controlled by your opponent. So, you know, there's different sauce for both of them, but they are at least a lot more general in towards what you can put them on, but they are higher level. And like I said, all these, I'd like to maybe make a deck round in the future. You know, this pair, the Metallizing Parasites, you know, the elemental beasts, I guess, and they all could maybe get some, you know, more potential tech in the future in terms of general Union stuff or more specific stuff. Next, we have the Vampire Orcus. This one is a bit more of a Dark Blade kind of idea, where this one isn't a Union, but its other pair is, and it is, we're running 3 of those as well, by the way. And when this monster is normal summoned successfully, you can special summon one dendle from your hand. So what is the dendle? Well, it's one of those cards. It's you might not be able to see so well, but the art is a little hard to understand. But what you can see up in the top left here is the Vampire Orcus. So this is kind of the perspective of the roots. And I don't know what dendle is, but it seems like it's some kind of, you know, infection-y stuff on the Vampire Orcus's roots. And what does it do? Once per turn, during your main phase, if you control this card, you can do the Union sauce, but only to your Vampire Orcus, so you know, the back and forth. And when equipped to a monster by this card's effect, each time that monster destroys one of your opponent's monsters, special summon one Wicked Plant token. And you can read off its, you know, stats, in attack or defense position. A monster can only be equipped with one Union monster, yeah. What I do like that is very saucy about this card is if you look at the token for the card. It's such an early token card that it literally says 1 star. It doesn't say level 1. So it's just a 1-star monster, which is pretty funny. And that wraps up the pairs for now. The only other one is, kind of Dark Bladey Sauce for a similar idea. And of course, we've already done that deck, but, future improvements coming. Another Union monster I've thrown in at 2 is Ling, and this is probably one of the best Union monsters. And there's a lot of sauce I want to throw this into, and I have probably like 9 copies of it, which is great. It is once per turn, you can either target one face-up monster you control and equip it, or, special summon it. And the original attack of a monster equipped with this card becomes 1,000. It can make a second attack during each battle phase. Also, if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. So, it's mostly a tech piece in here, but what I think the main focus could be in the future is to make kind of a Union direct attack deck, because I love that direct attack sauce, and have this in there because a lot of those direct attack monsters have such low attack, to kind of sauce him in, bring him out, they have some protection, and they can make a second attack, which could be crazy on like Drill Barnacle, stuff like that, because one, he has, like only 300 attack, so you're boosting it by 700. Then he gets that extra boost, and then another one after that, so you can go in for some fat damage, plus a little bit of protection. So there's lots of tech with the Ling. I absolutely love this card, and haven't really got to test it to its full potential yet. As just a one-off, we threw in Torque Toon Gear, just an extra I had. Once per turn, you can do the sauce of Unions, and a monster equipped with this card is treated as a tuner, and it gains 500 attack and defense. Also, if the equipped monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect, destroy this card instead. So, a great little generic piece as well, that I could also maybe throw in that direct attack deck, just for, once again, boost of attack and defense, but stuff like that. But, you did want to, you do want to focus on the Union-y part. One monster can only be equipped with one Union monster. So that may hinder some stuff, and, you got to work the ratios out. Next, we have just a Squeak Knight. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect, treat it as a tuner. Also, you can do the, and for the rest of the turn, you can only summon from the extra deck once. And also, you can target and do the extra deck, or not extra deck, Union Sauce. But it is for battle and card effect. You can destroy this card instead. So some potential there. It is, just kind of tunery stuff. Different ideas. We don't have any synchros in the deck yet, but we're working up the different sauce. And then, of course, for all the Union general stuff, we have Combination Attack. An amazing card, and this could work. So much of the stuff I'm looking into that potential of direct attack, Union stuff, because I love direct attack. That's the heart and soul of this channel. Combination Attack. It's a quick play. During a battle phase, you can use this effect on one monster that is attacked this turn. It is equipped with the Union monster. Change that Union monster back to a monster in face-up attack or defense position. Also, the monster that was equipped with the Union monster may attack again this turn. So, it is a lot of potential, of course, just in general, but of bringing back that direct attack sauce. You could, of course, get in an extra attack by getting rid of your Ling. I believe that's what it's called. I always... Ling, yeah. You know what I mean? So you could go in for a bonus attack, plus get that Ling back out, and then potentially maybe even get it back on and start doing some more wild stuff. Next, more general sauce, General Tso's chicken for the for the Union stuff. Frontline base at 3, a continuous spell. Once per turn, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Union monster from your hand. So, of course, this just makes consistency a lot more viable. And, it works with pretty much everything except for the Metallizing parasites, just because they're such a high level. But there's lots of potential. You could work around to get them out more, if that's what you're kind of focusing. Next, we just threw in 2 Cosmic Cyclone. Not doing too much with life points, of course, so spell and traps we can remove from play with this. I don't know why I threw it over there. And then lastly, just a Monster Reborn. You know what it do. Then, moving into traps, we have even more Union sauce. There's lots of decent support for these, because they are just so kind of wacky. It is a trap, Formation Union. select and activate one of the following effects. Equip one union monster on your side of the field to the appropriate card as a, it's basically activate the union's effect. So you can pop off maybe a second time with it. I'm like, there's no point in me really reading through the same effect for the 1000th time. Next, we got Rollout. Some more beautiful union sauce. Select one union monster in your graveyard and equip it to an appropriate monster you control. So, of course, could work with the direct attack sauce. All the union support can, basically, in terms of like the spell and traps. And it's just beautiful to, recycle and help, protect monsters, especially with those ones that got the union stop a destruction. You know what I mean? Next, just to call the Haunted. Get something back on the field. Maybe use it as a union or get a union on it. Same with Back to the Front. Very good stuff. If we get them out there and then use the union stuff, it doesn't really matter if they're in defense. Lastly, a free range monsters, just to get up some more plays, and then you could possibly combo off to get a union down on their turn. And then for extra deck sauce, we just threw in a Salamangreat Almirage, because we do have some low attack. But I mean, it's not really anything. It's just, I don't have a lot of sauce free at the moment for extra decks, but the general stuff, works. And of course, this is just more of me teching out and finding the plays I want to work with. But of course, if you have any ideas, let me know in the comments. I know lots of general stuff like, Decode Talker, the Nightmares, stuff like that would be great for the extra deck. Just the general plays. But they are, like I said, tied up in some other stuff. But if there is some plays you think I missed out or some union sauce I could throw in or any ideas, let me know for any of the multitude of decks. We could focus more of a warrior sauce, which is what kind of the Darkblade deck is. I recommend checking that out. It's very similar in idea. And then check out maybe my direct attack decks for, the inspiration where you can see where I'm thinking about mixing ling in with the direct attack monsters. And of course, if you saw like, the plant type union stuff or the, aqua or, the burning beast, this stuff like that, there's obviously some different directions and different kind of archetypal sauce levels stuff that we can work with to maybe make different union pairs more consistent in their own mainstream decks. But this kind of breaks down that general union sauce and shows off a lot of that basic combo pieces for how it works. So like I said, if there's anything you think I missed, let me know. Make sure to check out my other deck profiles. I do other content as well, Yu-Gi-Oh pack openings, Yu-Gi-Oh DIY projects, as well as we just started our memberships. I believe we have one member at the moment. And, you can check that out. It's only a few dollars to, get some cool little bonuses like emotes and such that you can throw down in the comments. And all kinds of stuff like that. So I recommend you check out all that stuff. Link will be in the description, as well as some other stuff. And, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell so you know when future content's coming out. We're almost at 1,000 subs, so it would be greatly appreciated. And as well, if you have any other deck profile ideas that you want to see, let me know, and I'll get on them as soon as possible. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Peace.